I would have to be clinically unconfident. What? What if the world can change me? Whew. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, Leilani Barbados. Please don't forget to subscribe and like the video from now because you're going to like it, I promise. Archetypes has just dropped on Spotify, which is Meghan Markle's podcast. Archetype is a very typical example of a certain person or thing, an original that has been imitated. What Meghan Markle is talking about here is the way that women have been put in a category. Anyway, listen, let's just jump right in because I'm watching it for the first time with you to see what's going on here, okay?
When I was 11 years old, growing up in LA, I saw a commercial. So here's what happened. I was in the 6th grade. I'm sitting in my classroom and we were watching TV when a commercial came on.
For a social studies assignment way back in elementary school in Los Angeles, Meghan and her classmates were asked to watch some commercials and assess their messages.
I went on what you might call a letter writing campaign. I really like to write letters. And I reached out to some of the most powerful people I could think of at the time.
Let me just pause it there. I really like to write letters. It's like somebody saying to you, I really like to think, you know, thinking is my thing. I don't know. I just think a lot. We have all heard about this commercial. We've all heard about this letter writing thing. To me, I think what her problem really was is that she has always had this covetous resentment of everybody else. You know, her mom, Doria Ragland, was away for a long time from her. Some people said it was prison. Some people said it was university. I mean, whatever it was, she was away from the home. And credit to her father, Thomas Markle, who actually was there for her and who did raise her. But whatever happened, it could have been both. It could have been that she was in prison and got her degree there, because we do see pictures of her graduating from some kind of institution. So I think Meghan Markle is very resentful of that instead of appreciating it. When she saw a mother or a wife like washing dishes, she was like, well, I don't have a mother or wife. I'm gonna write them a letter. I'm so angry.
Thank you, Meghan Markle.
Is she going for this whole thing of, you know, it's a all healing thing to say that I'm a woman, so I can be this way and that way. I can do whatever I want. I don't have to care about anybody else. I don't have to think of the good of all of mankind.
And would you believe it? 3 months later, a new version of the ad appeared on TVs all around the country. They changed the language in the ad from women to people.
A lot of people write letters to a lot of places, and I just don't think it's that important that she has to go on like she just climbed Mount Kilimanjaro. You know what I mean? Everything in context. And I've always said this. I don't think that Meghan has that self-awareness. I think it could have been presented like, you know, I did this thing, you know, about the commercial that I disputed. Remember, guys, I did this commercial, I disputed it, and it got a lot of traction. And I'm happy that I can say that I did that at 11 years old. Done. Like, why do you have to go on like, and that was me. That was me at 11 years old on Nick TV. Just humble yourself a little bit and it's much more attractive. I don't know if that is understood by her. Okay. I mean, Amber Rose, who was the previous girlfriend of Kanye West, not that anybody knows about her, but she has been on a campaign of anti-slut shaming. So this has been done like about 3 years ago already. Meghan Markle cannot stop from copying people, and she has this superiority that comes with the fact that she got the Duchess title through marrying Harry.
Hello, my name is Catherine, and tonight we're in my bedtime story den.
I'm Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and today I'm going to read to you my book called The Bench.
That makes her think that if she comes out with something, and I've talked about the plagiarism of Meghan Markle a lot and how insane it is, that she does not even realize that people have come before her that were well platformed, that you can't just say, I'm starting this new trend, or even that I'm continuing this new trend, because it's copied. Literally. Confident. What is unconfident? I would have to be clinically unconfident. What?
My hope is that my own lived experience will help other women open up, to reveal the layers that thrive within all of us, and the truth that none of us are alone in this world, that the future is something we get to write together. And for our first episode, we've got someone really exciting.
I was always very competitive. I had to win. I always had to win.
Serena Williams, my dear, dear friend, the greatest of all time. I asked her to come on to talk with me about that dirty, dirty word when it comes to women.
Which dirty word are you referring to? Because you just said a bunch of words. Also, this is so patching up the Serena Williams, Alex Ohanian or whatever at the tennis match when Meghan tried to pick up Alex Ohanian and then Serena Williams was like, sorry, who are you?
I'm talking about Serena's recently announced evolution away from tennis. We're getting into all of it. Stay with me. We'll have more after the break.
I mean, hyperbole. You know, Serena Williams has always been a businesswoman. She's put out her fashion line. I'm a big tennis fan, and especially once she became married to Alex Ohanian, she has definitely diversified. I mean, that he's a businessman, he's an internet man, he's a mogul. So she has always, this is not new. Again, this is not new. This is late. And I wonder if she was probably supposed to produce this Spotify podcast when it would have been more relevant. But even then, when I first broke this story of her having these deals, Serena Williams was already she was already all over the place outside of tennis. Okay.
There's an all-girls Catholic school in Los Angeles called Immaculate Heart. Back in the 1960s, an order of nuns, including many who taught at Immaculate Heart, they wanted to make some changes at the school to keep up with more modern times. They also didn't want to wear the habit. And when the conservative cardinal of the archdiocese found out, he was not interested in this plan. No matter how much the sisters tried, the church they wouldn't accept these changes. And they molded their school, Immaculate Heart, in their new image.
I mean, did they tell you that? Did they tell you that they were saying, F all men, just do what you want, be selfish, we're women? I mean, did they tell you that? By the way, her father paid for that Immaculate Heart, and she never admitted that. But she's bringing it up now, so let's see what is she gonna say.
Theologically driven, but feminist. Now look, I'm not Catholic. I wasn't raised Catholic. But about 1 year after my letter writing campaign, I started middle school at Immaculate Heart.
You literally wrote one letter, okay? It wasn't a campaign. It wasn't a run for office like you're supposed to be trying to do on the liberal side. You wrote one letter though, and luckily they decided to highlight it.
I stayed there through high school. I was there for 6 years. And this feminist ideology trickled down into nearly every aspect of my education until I started dating my now husband. And apparently ambition is a terrible, terrible thing. For a woman, that is, according to some.
No, it's not. Selfishness is and always will be a very terrible thing.
It's really hard to unfeel it. I can't unsee it either in the millions of girls and women who make themselves smaller.
She's a duchess, should I say? Sorry. The duchess of catchphrases. Unfeel, unsee. An abstract image that she's creating for us. It's not based.
So much smaller on a regular basis. So I wanted to talk to someone who embodies the spirit of ambition, to see how she thinks about the word and the connotation.
Good. I get to be part of the first.
The first.
That's Serena Williams. I mean, ambition has never been given a negative connotation. I don't know why she's drawing on that just to include Serena in a positive way. She's an amazing athlete. I grew up with two athletes, so competing in the worldwide stage, my brothers. So I appreciate so much athletes. But ambition has never been, especially in the competitive athletic world, that it has never been given a negative connotation. I cannot believe that Serena is falling for that, but let me think about it and see what she says.
Serena Williams needs no introduction. But if we're going to talk about ambition, I just have to give her the props that she absolutely deserves.
I mean, you don't really have to give her the props. Like, the rest of the world has given her the props, and you're nobody, and nobody cares who you give props to. But the entire universe has given Serena Williams her props.
19 weeks ranked number 1 by the Women's Tennis Association, 23 Grand Slam singles titles, 14 major doubles titles, trendsetter, trailblazer, businesswoman, mom. She's done it all. And Serena recently shared some pretty big news with the world. She's retiring from professional tennis, or, to use her words, she's evolving away from tennis so that she can continue to grow her family and focus on her other passions. She's just a remarkable woman, and she's accomplished all of this in the midst of a culture that, how should we say this, doesn't exactly prize ambitious women.
Yes, it does. Serena Williams have fans, diehard fans, and for you to even compare that to whatever you're trying to talk about is insane. Serena Williams is doing you a huge favor. She has a very good heart. You are crazy, okay, to think that nobody appreciates the ambition of Serena Williams. She literally is an icon, you know? So anyhow,
women, let alone ambitious Black women. So let's get into it.
And what about Black?
Hi, you want to come say hi?
I don't think she should speak to that. I don't think she should speak to the struggle of Black women, because she would not have experienced it. And this is why I started talking about Meghan Markle, because I think a lot of people are confused between her being a Black woman and her being a white knight. And she is more of a white knight.
Look, she just popped in.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I like what you've done with your hair. That's a great vibe.
Thank you. Good to see you as always. I miss you guys.
That's Harry.
Come and see us.
I will.
I'll make a plan.
Have fun.
Thanks, my love. I was thinking about, even when I text.
He didn't even sound British just now. He sounded American. I like your hair. I like your hair.
I remember, this is what I want to do. Here's the concept. Here's the idea. And just this thought of like these archetypes, but it's the kind of stuff you and I talk about so much, of these boxes and labels and, the things that we both have been called and witnessed each other being called. So I guess part of it, just to set the table, is what made you want to do this with me? Besides the fact that you're my girl.
I was going to say, because I love you. Anything you want me to do, I'm going to do.
Thank you.
I believe in you. We've been friends for so long.
I'm so disappointed with Serena for saying this, because we all know that she was quite concerned that Meghan was trying to steal Alex Ohanian, her husband, and now they're trying to spin a different story. Okay?
I'm super loyal, you know that.
Oh, I know. I know. I know, never to a fault. But do you remember when we met for the first time? I was thinking, and I see you
Flashing.
walking towards someone, and I remember going, oh my gosh, who's Serena Williams going to talk to? And I looked behind me, and when I turned around, you were there in front of me.
Yes.
Like, hi.
Oh my God. Yes.
Man, we became such fast friends.
Yep.
No, she came to you because you were chatting up her husband, and she was like,